I don't know, maybe I should start scheduling these things and then people would know when they were going to happen. But until that happens, we're just going to randomly start rolling solo. Hello, welcome to another episode of Rolling Solo. I'm Paul. I am the playmaster for an actual play, Daggerheart role-playing campaign. We are following the adventures of our happy elf Auriane Chopin as she travels across the world of Soleia, meeting interesting people and murdering interesting monsters. Before we get started, I want to read just one brief disclaimer, which is that this product, the video that you're watching right now, is adapted from or based on content created and owned by Darrington Press. The Daggerheart Open Beta Materials, Darrington Press LLC 2024, available at daggerheart.com. And if we're being specific about which version of the playtest materials, that version is 1.4.1. So with that, let's go ahead and get started. So our story so far is that Auriane Chopin, the Wanderborne Elven guardian from the land of Cavay, has exiled herself north to the Kingdom of Ashes. While in Ashes, she stops 2 assassination attempts on Kolbrá Einar's daughter, the Princess of Ashes, and an orcish wizard. Together with Ursula Franzdottir, a Fey Seraph and Kolbrá's longtime protector, they continue traveling to the city of Felvavik, the largest port on the Gulf of Ashes, where Kolbrá is meant to catch a ship that will take the trio farther north to the kingdom of Karaz and a political marriage for Kolbrá. After waiting for the tides and winds to be in their favor, Kolbrá, Ursula, and Auriane make their way from Felvavik Castle to the docks, wary of attacks from the minions of the mysterious Master Assassin. So, let us begin with a journal entry from oh no. We say when this happens. Let's begin. I always forget to do something, and what I forgot to do today was I forgot to queue up Auriane's latest journal entry. So as you'll recall, last week they had a bit of a battle, a little PvP with Auriane and between Auriane and Ursula. And so, this is Auriane's journal entry from last night. Ursula Franzdottir is indeed a formidable warrior. Our match today was, I hope, only the first of many. Damn it, the accent just keeps disappearing on me. Our match today was, I hope, only the first of many. There is much I can learn from wrestling with her. I have not faced many flying opponents. I was reminded of wrestling with my siblings. I miss them and their children and my family and clan and the open sky. In Cavay, when the Seps come together for a few weeks or months, we would see strange faces. But over the weeks, even if we never learned the names of some of the others, we would learn their faces, and we always knew that they were our people, people of the wind. Here, I have never seen so many people. Surely, they must see strangers every day. Kolbrá speaks of her people, as if all of these people follow the king, her father, and owe allegiance to her. But we stand here, trapped within these absurd walls, and the people she leads are outside those walls. How can her father lead a people he does not know? Inside these walls there is food, there is drink, and safety, comfort. There are guards patrolling the walls, standing around inside the walls, prepared to defend. What is it like outside? How well can her brother Ymir know his city? That seems to be the way of these people of Ashes. Some have much, and others go without. That is what I saw on our brief journey into the safety of these walls. And so, with that being her thoughts in the morning, Auriane and Ursula and many of Ymir's soldiers make their way through the city and down to the docks in the city of Velvavu. And suddenly, we have an ambush. So let me lay out a bit about this battle map for y'all. These boxes are towers. They are at least far distance away and high up. So our characters here can't just go to them. We're going to start with a couple of things. First thing that's going to happen is that the hexers are going to go. And so the first thing that happens is that two of our hexers are going to make a hex attack, and they are going to hex Auriane and Ursula will both be hexed. And what that means is that anytime the roll with hope, the hexers can mark a stress to make it a fear roll instead. Now everyone is going after Kolbrá, so what we're going to have here is a roll with disadvantage. So we have 2 attack rolls. So we're going to get 3 attack rolls with disadvantage, all of them on Kolbrá. So I always forget to do a couple of things, one of which was to bring up my character sheets. So 2 attacks against Kolbrá. Kolbrá's evasion is 8. These are attacks with disadvantage because she has some cover from her bodyguards and the other soldiers. So that is an 11 and a 10. The snipers have an attack modifier of -1, so that is a 9. That will still hit. They're attacking from cover, so we'll see how many hits we get first. So that's 1 hit. That is a 9. That will hit as well. And that is a failure. So they make 3 attacks. They get 2 hits. Both of these hits do 1d20 damage. So Kolbrá will take 5 and 10 damage. So looking at her, that 5, both of those are major. She would take 2 hit points. She's going to mark 1 armor to reduce one of those majors to a minor. She will take 3 hit points. So 3 hit points already out of her 7 as she is getting prepared to be attacked. That is our opening round from the bandits. And now it is time for our characters to respond. So first things first, our characters have to make some perception rolls to see if they can spot any of these bandits, because the bandits are all hiding. So this is going to be against the difficulty of the snipers, which is at 13, is what we're looking for here. So we'll start with whether Kolbrá can spot them. And we're going to roll with the red die being our fear die. This is just Kolbrá trying to spot and see if she can determine where anybody is. And this will be an action from her. So that is a 4. That is a 4 with fear. She is unable to determine where anyone is, which means that we're going to say sniper number 1, we'll say is this sniper here. We'll go ahead and make an attack. Still attacking with disadvantage. Those are 2 19s. And so with 2 19s, they strike again. That's a 1d10 of damage. 20. That is a major strike, for sure. That's severe for Kolbrá. She will, nothing she can do about it. Yeah, she's just going to take 3 hit points and be knocked down. She's still up, but she's not doing well. So okay, so what she's, okay, so now we go back to our next move. What Kolbrá is going to do is she is going to spend a move to cast, so that action was already taken, but Kolbrá will go again. She will take another action. She's going to cast Mysterious Mist. And so now there will be mist that surrounds our characters, and anyone within the mist is hidden to anyone who is outside the mist, and that is one of her new level 2 spells. So it's a temporary thick fog. I'm going to say that we'll just give this a countdown. It's temporary, so we'll just give it, say, every time the bad guys take an action, they can take something off. They can, for their action, they can go ahead and clear one of those hidden tokens. And if it dissipates, she'll have to cast it again. Use an action to spend a hope and cast a temporary thick fog, so she spent a hope. That encircles a stationary area up to very close range outside the current location. Everyone within is hidden to anybody inside, outside the fog. So, let's see if we can spot these guys. Kolbrá is again, before she casts the fog, she's going to attempt to spot at least one of these snipers. Difficulty of 13. Okay, so that is an 11 and a 9, so that's a 20. So she spots it. She spots with fear. So given that she spots with fear, it's the adversary's turn. They're going to take off. They're going to take one of these off the action tracker. And we move on to the next turn. But now Ursula knows where these people are. She can fly. So Ursula going to make her way up and begin engaging with this particular assassin because she can fly. However, I think she's going to have to make an agility roll to get there. She'll have to make an agility roll to get there during her turn. We're back to, so here's her agility roll, and we'll say it's difficulty 10. So she's able to make it up there, but she's not able to also attack, and that will cost her an action. That was a roll with hope. One of my guys is going to spend a stress to make that a roll with fear instead. So it's now a failure with fear. We go back to the baddie's turn. The adversaries will use a turn to they will use an action to clear one of these markers. And then they have one action left, which the sniper immediately in front of Ursula is going to attempt to attack her. So it's just a straight roll. That's a 16. That will definitely hit. Actually, he's probably at disadvantage because he's at such close range, and it's a short bow. But you know what? Well, I wonder. We're just going to look this up. Let's see. How about attack? Step Luck's attack modifier, make an attack roll with d20, roll the dice, adversaries versus action rolls. You know what, it doesn't say, and I'm just going to roll with a straight roll there. So that 17 stands, that 17 hits. They are not attacking from cover, so they now are down to d6 damage, 2d6 damage. Okay, that's a 5. That's a 5. That is 10 damage to Ursula Franzdottir. Ursula Franzdottir, at 10 damage, that's major. She'll mark a slot to make that a minor attack. So, Ursula sees these guys, immediately flies up to them, attempts to make her attack, and then they respond with this quick slap with a short bow at close range. Because of the close range and because of her armor, Ursula is able to take very little damage, and initiative is going to go back to players. Auriane is going to go to the base of this tower, and she will probably be able to make it up on her next turn. We're just going to call that action from her. We'll roll agility to see if she is able to make it up the tower or into the tower enough that she can get there next turn. So that's an 11. I think I said the DC on this was 10. That's an 11 with fear. So initiative is going to go back to baddies. So that will be... They will use an action and clear a hidden. Turn goes back to players. Ursula, having flown up and confronted this particular individual, she is going to make her melee attack. So for her, that is her hallowed axe, which is a +2. So she is making this attack with a +2. Okay. I'm just going to make a note real quick so that I have these things correct. Sorry to pause in the middle of combat. Ursula is green. Kolbrá is yellow. Auriane is pink. Okay. So with that done, Ursula makes her attack. This is an attack of 14. She is rolling with, or 13 is the difficulty. She is rolling with +2. Let's see. That is a 9. That is a 3 for a 12, 13, 14. So she succeeds, but she succeeds with fear. So she's up there. She's got her hallowed axe. She takes a swing at this man with a bow, attempting to strike him down. And with that fear roll, she will roll damage. 2d10 plus 1 magical damage. That's a d10. That's a d10. That's 2d10. So that's a 6 and an 8 for a total of 14 damage. Which for this guy, that is double their severe damage. So that will do 4 hit points of damage. Because they've doubled their severe threshold. That is 1, 2, 3, 4. So with one swift strike of her axe, Ursula Fran's daughter decapitates the sniper at the top of this tower. However, it is the turn for the snipers again. And our guys are going to go ahead and spend this action token to clear that. Everything now becomes the battlefield becomes again open. Kolbrá is going to spend another hope to cloak herself in fog again. I think I'll have her make an agility roll versus a sniper's difficulty, just to see if she can get this done before they can get some kind of a shot on her. So let's go ahead and roll. We're looking for a 13 or better. She is not yellow, she is orange. So let's get one of these. Not only does she, but that's a crit. She picks up a hope. She would clear a stress if she had any. She doesn't have any. And we're going to honor the crit. We're going to say that she is once again hidden. and that her allies get a turn. We're going to go with Auriane. Auriane is going to make it up to the top of the tower. She's going to roll agility to see if she can get a strike. So again, we're going for a DC of 10. And this is just to see if Auriane is able to make an attack. As a 13, she rolls with hope. One of our hexers is going to spend a stress to turn that into a roll with fear, which means that the movement goes back to our bad guys at this point. They're going to spend 2 actions. They're going to clear 2 obstructions. So 2 of the obstructions fade as this happens. However, Auriane gets an attack at this point. And she will, using her giant battle axe, she makes an attack. So, yeah, there she goes. Ooh, that is a miss. That's a 5. It's a 5 with hope. No point in, I believe, on any rolls made with hope, this adversary can mark a stress to make it with fear instead. That hexer is going to mark a stress. They're going to make that a fear roll to take the initiative back. Clear a token. Moving on, Ursula is going to hop over to this hexer, who she has been being very annoyed by. And she's going to take out one of these hexers, which will clear a hope. We haven't determined who on, but this is only if she makes her attack. So here we go. Oh, so close. That is a 23 with fear. So again, so Ursula, again, this, winged savage fae leaps off of one tower, her wings come out, she's flying across, lands on the other tower, and immediately takes a swipe with her axe, landing a blow and doing 2d10 damage. So that's 9 damage on the hexer. The hexer has a severe damage threshold of 9. And so with 9 damage, that is 3 damage. But they are still standing. That was Ursula's attack. These guys will go ahead and use their turn to see that the fog is, to make their view through the fog. Since they can see through the fog, and we're going to go back to Kolbrá. She gained a hope on the last turn, and this she is really hurting. So she's going to spend her last hope to recreate the fog. She's going to make an agility roll against their difficulty to see if she can do this without getting hit. She cannot. So, a couple of things here. One, we have tokens down. have a token for Kolbrá. We rolled with fear, so the opponents get to take the initiative. They're going to take the initiative and clear some of this away. So they get that right away, and we now go back to our heroes. So Auriane is now finally, Auriane, annoyed by missing her last strike, is going to go ahead and take a shot at her opponent there on the tower. She misses with the battle axe once. It's close quarters. Makes an attack with the battle axe again. That is a 10. She misses with hope. The other hexer, let's see. Say another hexer, the hexer that is hexing her, will take a stress to make sure she misses, or to make sure that that is a roll with fear. Because it is a roll with fear, and they're going to try to, I think I'm going to have a hexer take a turn here and mark a stress. Nope, that won't work. They're just going to make a long distance attack. This hexer here is going to make a long distance attack against Auriane. Or rather against Ursula. They're going to make a long distance attack against Ursula. So their attack modifier is +2. They're attacking with their staff. 17, no modifiers needed. They hit. That is 1d10 of damage. 1 damage. So for 1 damage, Ursula, that's below her minor threshold. She just shrugs it off. So they try to do a magical attack at distance. Doesn't do them any good. Back to Auriane. She's been missing a lot, so we're just going to give her one more chance to make an attack. Battle axe wildly swinging back and forth. That is a 16 with fear. So she does 2d10 plus 6 damage. That is 12. 13, 14, that's 18 damage. So with 18 damage, sniper number 2, that is more than double their severe threshold. They take 4 and go down. Play goes back to the snipers. This sniper can see Ursula and sees that she's a little bit bloodied, and let's put this guy out. Decides to make an attack. They will shoot. Actually, no. They're going to clear some territory to see if they can get down to Kolbrá. So, given that is the thing that we're going to do. They clear a token. We go back to the top. We go back to Ursula Franzdottir. She will go ahead and make an attack on this hexer in front of her. Let's see what we got here. That is a 17 with hope. And let's roll damage. She gets 2d10. That is 13 damage, plus 1 is 14. So with that, that hexer will go down, and they cannot make that a roll with fear, because they're dead. So with that, Ursula. So Auriane will climb down from this tower. Ursula will begin flying across to here. She will make an agility roll to see if she can make it far enough to get into melee. This is going to be difficult. I'm going to say this is going to be, let's call it a 15. Okay, that's a 16 with hope. She is no longer hexed, so with that, she will pick up her second hope. Let's see. So that will put her over in melee. And that was a roll with hope. She is not cursed. They cannot change that from being a roll with hope, which gives her a third attack. She's going to attack this hexer. That is an 8 and a 4 for a 12. She is plus 2 on this attack, so that's a 14. The hexer is a 13 difficulty, so she does get to roll damage. That is 11 damage. It's above their severe threshold, so this hexer will take 3. And I'm going to spend fear. I'm going to finish it back. And I'm going to have these guys roll. The hexer is going to roll with. The hexer is going to roll with disadvantage. They're going to attempt to actually just hit Kolbrá. So this is disadvantage. Kolbrá's got some cover. So we'll just see what happens here. Okay, so disadvantage, that's a 4. They get a plus 2 for a 6. Kolbrá's evasion is an 8. They miss. So that will cost us that. And then we will have a... Auriane's going to move over here. We're going to make an agility roll for her. Cover the distance. Easy enough, 17 with hope, but our last hexer will mark a stress to make that a fear roll. So given that it's a fear roll, these guys have 2 moves. They're going to use both and clear all the territory there. That gets us back to the top. And again, Ursula striking at one of the... So we have our last hexer. We have Ursula's up here. Auriane is down at the bottom of the tower trying to climb her way up. Okay. You know, I love this game because, you know, you roll this 4 and you roll this other 4 and you think, oh my gosh, that's an 8. But it's not an 8. It's not a miss. It's a crit. And on a crit, she is going to do maximum damage, which is way more than enough damage that she needs. She will automatically take this person out. That takes care of the last hexer. And with that, Auriane is going to come up, and they are going to capture this assassin rather than murder them. And so that will be the end of our combat. We're out of combat. The action tracker is gone. And we have a captured assassin. So, all right, let's go ahead and just take a quick break on that. Okay. Nope, we have a captured assassin, which is a great plot point to bring into our next scene. So I'm going to go ahead and call it right there. That is the end of this episode, with the end of that combat. So thank you very much for joining me. Really appreciate it. And as always, if you want to get any merchandise, you can find it at the Solid Soft shop at Roleling Solo at etsy.com/shop/solidsoftdesign. And until I see you again, make sure to keep on rolling.